In an altnet market where the dominant story of 2026 is debt pressure, falling take-up rates, and consolidation anxiety, CommunityFibre just published the most impressive financial results in the sector's history. Revenue up 48%, EBITDA up 530%. Operational cash flow break-even achieved in Q1 2026. And the build, paused for 2 years while the business focused on filling its existing network, is now resuming. This is the altnet story that every investor, every operator, and every enterprise buyer in the UK broadband market needs to understand. Because CommunityFibre is not just a success story. It is a proof of concept for what the altnet model looks like when it works. Now let's break it down parameter by parameter. CommunityFibre is London's dominant independent full fibre operator. It has invested approximately £1 billion to deploy a 5 gigabit speed FTTP network across 1.342 million premises, predominantly in London and with 185,000 businesses within 200 meters of its network. This week, just 5 days ago, it published its annual results for 2025, and the numbers are extraordinary. Revenue reached £113 million, up 48% from £76 million the year before. Adjusted EBITDA hit £49.8 million, a 530% increase from just £8 million in 2024. The customer base grew to 450,000, a 23% year-on-year increase, representing a take-up penetration rate of approximately 33% across the network. Some of its earliest cohorts are already at 50% penetration, demonstrating what a mature urban fiber network can achieve commercially. And on a run rate basis, as of April 2026, CommunityFibre is on track to exceed £100 million in annualized EBITDA during the course of 2026. It achieved operational cash flow break-even in Q1 2026, a milestone that separates it from the majority of UK altnets still burning cash. Its net debt stands at approximately £780 million, backed by investors Warburg Pincus, DTCP, Railpen, and NDIF, with JP Morgan and Barclays among its key lenders. That debt load is real, but the trajectory of the business is now clearly reducing the leverage over time rather than extending it. CommunityFibre is led by CEO Graeme Oxby, a veteran operator who has led the business through its most difficult period and into its strongest. Oxby's vision has always been deliberately focused. London first, urban density first, build a network where the economics work, and fill it with customers before considering expansion. That disciplined focus stood in contrast to many UK altnets that pursued aggressive nationwide or regional rollouts before proving the commercial model. While others were building at maximum pace, CommunityFibre paused its build entirely, prioritizing take-up and EBITDA improvement over footprint growth. The result speaks for itself. In 2024, CommunityFibre was still generating single-digit EBITDA margins. In 2026, it is approaching £100 million in annualized EBITDA and has resumed building. Oxby's current ambition is equally clear: expand beyond 2 million premises by 2028 to 2029, backed by the cash generation of the existing network. The build is no longer funded by debt alone. It is increasingly funded by operations. That is a fundamentally different financial position from where most UK altnets find themselves. CommunityFibre's build strategy is the most instructive in the entire altnet sector because it demonstrates that discipline and timing matter as much as ambition. The original build covered 1.342 million premises, predominantly in London. Then the build paused. 2 years of focus on customer acquisition, product improvement, and operating leverage. The result? 530% EBITDA growth and operational cash flow break-even. Now the build is resuming. Target beyond 2 million premises by 2028 to 2029. The expansion will extend CommunityFibre's footprint beyond its core London base, and the wholesale agreement with VodafoneThree, announced in June 2025, gives it the largest mobile operator in the UK as a committed wholesale traffic partner. The VodafoneThree deal is significant. It commits VodafoneThree's mobile data traffic across CommunityFibre's network, providing a revenue stream that goes beyond residential broadband. This is the multi-vertical model, residential, business, and mobile, that the best capitalized altnets are building toward. The network technology is also noteworthy. CommunityFibre's 5 gigabit FTTP network is the highest specification commercially deployed by any major UK altnet. Its 10 gigabits per second XGS-PON upgrade path is already architected. CommunityFibre's growth formula is now the clearest and most validated in the UK altnet sector. Urban density drives take-up. London's population density and its concentration of high-value residential and commercial customers gives CommunityFibre a take-up advantage. 33% average penetration across its existing footprint, with early cohorts at 50%, is the strongest evidence in the market that urban full fiber works commercially. Operational cash generation funds expansion. The shift from debt-funded build to cash-funded expansion is the defining financial inflection in CommunityFibre's story. Every additional customer on the existing network reduces the leverage ratio and generates the capital to fund the next phase of build, without returning to equity or debt markets at unfavorable terms. Wholesale partnerships multiply revenue per premises. The VodafoneThree partnership and the PXC agreement, signed November 20, 2025, demonstrate that CommunityFibre's network is attractive beyond retail ISPs. Mobile backhaul, business connectivity, and managed service aggregation are all incremental revenue streams on top of the residential broadband base. The honest picture for CommunityFibre is that its success is real, and its constraints are equally real. The London concentration is both the source of its advantage and the limit of its ambition. Expanding beyond Greater London will test a commercial model that has been optimized for one of the world's most concentrated markets. The economics that generate 33% take-up in Hackney or Hammersmith are not automatically reproducible in Bristol or Sheffield. The debt load of £780 million against EBITDA of £50 million in 2025 still represents significant financial leverage. Even with the improving trajectory, the path to a sustainably refinanceable balance sheet requires continued execution without material disruption. Interest rate sensitivity and customer churn all remain live risks. And the competitive environment in London is intensifying. Openreach has accelerated its full fiber build. VMO2's cable network remains strong. And CommunityFibre's own wholesale partner, VodafoneThree, is now building a competing infrastructure position through nexfibre. Managing these relationships requires commercial sophistication. Here's the one insight I want you to take from this episode. CommunityFibre is the clearest proof of concept the UK altnet market has produced. Urban density, disciplined build, customer focus before expansion. The results, 530% EBITDA growth and cash flow breakeven, validate a model that many doubted. The lesson for every altnet is that they work when the geography is right, the discipline is real, and the management has the patience to let the network fill. Next week, the biggest deal in UK altnet history. nexfibre and Netomnia, the £2 billion transaction that created Britain's largest independent challenger to Openreach. What is your experience of CommunityFibre? As a customer, a wholesale partner, or a market observer? Drop it in the comments. See you next week.